Welcome to ladies and gentlemen from the USA and the Pakistan. I will talk about today about the future of Pakistan and the United States of America. But before that, let's see the past. Pakistan-United States relations refers to the bilateral relationship between Pakistan and the United States. On 20 October 1947, 2 months and 6 days after the creation of Pakistan from the partition of British India, the United States established relationship with Pakistan, making it among first nation to establish diplomatic relations with the new nation state founded as Muslim homeworld in the Indian subcontinent. The relations are a very important factor in the United States government's overall policy in the South and Central Asia as well as the Eastern Europe. Since 1948 to 2020, the United States has provided nearly $78.3 billion to Pakistan in grants annually in forms of military aid, which amounts to 96% of collective US aid. Of this aid and funds agreements, Pakistan was obligated to spend these monetary funds by purchasing American goods, food, and other services. In spite of China being the largest importer and exporter of Pakistan's market, the United States continues to be one of the largest source of foreign direct investment towards Pakistan and is Pakistan's largest exports market. Today, my guest is born and raised in the United States of America. Today, my guest
Yes,
is doctorate in the philosophy and the divinity.
yes,
Today, my
yes.
guest is Dr. Omai Kofi, and I welcome you, Dr. Omai. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm wealthy. How are you doing this morning? Well, evening in your country, morning in my country. How's it going?
We are great. I am great. I am excellent. You are a leader. I saw
Good.
you at Facebook, and I would ask about some leadership styles which you people follow in the USA. I mean, there are two main leadership styles. One is autocratic leadership style, and other is
Yeah,
democratic leadership style. So, what do you think? Which
right.
one is the best?
Well, I can't say which one's best. I can say what works for me, and I'm more democratic in reference to making sure that democracy is most known. I'm definitely in reference to all people working together for the common good, for the greater good, and having a global mindset and a global position on the face of this earth. We live in a whole world, and it takes all of us to work together.
That's great. And by the way, what is your personality trait? Are you extrovert or introvert?
I am an extroverted introvert. So I am extroverted in my expression and I'm introverted in my thought process.
Wow, you are introvert in your thought process. That's awesome. And
Correct. Right.
right, so okay, tell me what is your vision and mission?
So you said my mission per se, like my personal mission, or you want to know? Awesome. Okay, great. So basically, I have a purpose of wealth. And within that purpose, I'm here to end struggle culture.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people in America and across the globe that end up in impoverished situations, and struggle culture becomes their way of life. And we all know that we are characters of behavior, and we are characters, and we are basically products of our environment. So when you come from an environment that causes you to struggle and causes you to see struggle, not challenges we can do, but whenever you're stuck in a struggle mindset, I'm just here to help people release from that through my purpose of wealth and make sure that people understand that there are many perspectives. There's so many opportunities, and we just have to be able to make the right choices, find out what those right choices are for each individual on the planet.
Awesome, awesome. That's great. Do you know
Yeah.
Pakistan is facing a lot of challenges here, as you are a wealth activist there and you are running wealth hack team.
Yes.
But in Pakistan,
Yeah.
let me tell you, it's $420 per person average income, and the literacy rate
How
is
much is the average income?
$420 average income and $1,200 per capita income. And the literacy rate is 45.7 only, while in your country there is 99% literacy rate and $33,706 per capita income. And there's a huge
Yeah.
difference. And today, my
Yeah.
mission is basically please guide our nation, guide our youth,
Yeah.
how they can earn
Yes.
money, how they can build themselves, how they can grow their financial fitness.
That's good. Well, I appreciate that. Yes, I definitely am a wealth activist. I activate for wealth. My role is to make sure you're activated. A lot of people want motivation, but I tell people you can motivate yourself. You do not need someone to motivate you. But if you do, what I'm here to do is not necessarily motivate you, but activate your wealth. One thing that I find out with most people is that that might not be what they want. They may not want to be wealthy. They may not be going after more money. Sometimes people just truly, truly want to survive. They just want to be able to live. They want to be able to take care of their families or eat. They just want to be able to be okay. And some people are okay with that. So I always start with the basics with them. However, my purpose is to make sure for those who want to be wealthy that I provide you with the tools and necessary resources to get to that. And I know you have posted here that I'm big on Wealth Hackathon. That's my personal platform.
True,
That's where we do most work. So I always start with 4 pillars.
true.
And so the 4 pillars that I have, it's a global situation we can use anywhere on the planet. The 4 pillars I have is credit,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's whether you're doing financial credit or my credibility with you know what I mean, my credibility with people, my credibility with my family.
Interesting.
The other thing we talk about is saving.
Right.
Are people even able to save money? Do you have enough money to save? Or is your mindset and your heart into saving? And then last but not least is streams of income, so we can have something to save, right? You have to have various streams of income. Wealth is built on diversity, as well as, last but not least, investing. So you want to be able to have your credit good, you want to be able to have your savings profile pretty healthy, and you want to have streams of income to support your lifestyle and your future. And last but not least, you want to invest. It makes no sense to save money and then not invest. So I've been researching Pakistan for about 3 years. I have some business partners there where we do
That's great.
technology services and
That's
web
great.
services, obviously
Great.
graphics and stuff. I have a new partner in you. I'm so excited. But nevertheless, I've
Honorable.
been working for about 3 years. Yes, absolutely. And one thing that I wanted to talk about, especially with like ZJ Consultants, like the work that you all do, it's just untouchable. And we need what you have. We need your characteristics, your graphic abilities, your website software development, things of that nature here in the United States of America.
Let me
Because
clear you
as you can
here.
see,
Let me
we're really,
interrupt you. I'm sorry for interrupting. Let me clear you
go
here.
ahead.
Yes, this is not only me in the Pakistan, but the entire Pakistan is very literate in IT, some of the 45%, and they are very,
Yes,
very good graphic designers. They are very good animators. They are very good project managers. They are very good web
yes,
developers. They are very good app
yes,
developers. So that main concern of mine is today is I want to tell my audience and your audience is that you have businesses, we have services. If I want to talk about how can I grow my per capita income is here, how can I grow my average income here? So we have two options only. One is the product and other is the service. So product needs capital and we are a poor country. We do not have enough capital. We don't have the financial quotient as you have people. But we have the other segment and the other segment is services. So services is the segment we can provide services to you people from Upwork, from Fiverr, the freelancing programs, the most two major programs. So my concern is the people who are watching or who will watch this video after once it's posted, that please do contact with Pakistani peoples. They are very, very intelligent. I am nothing in front of
yes.
them, right? We are in top 10 countries in the growing IT field.
Yeah, one thing that I really have been able to pride myself in the last 3 years is, besides the graphic work and just the skill set that you all have in many areas, not just in IT and technology, but in agriculture and oil and so many other
Yes.
things and opportunities that Pakistan has to offer. One thing that I've seen the most is your energy in reference to building relationships and maintaining those relationships. I've had the best relationships with my Pakistani business partners ever. Like, no problems, everything is easy going. There's always open lines of communication. Even you yourself has been very communicative, very open. So besides your work, your passion and your energy is amazing. And I think that people are looking for that right now. We're looking for good people, good energy to work with. So that's one thing that I want to state. The other thing is, I do believe in Fiverr. I do believe in Upwork. But more than that, I noticed that a high percentage of the GDP and the money that is being made is from freelance work and service-based industries. The
True.
problem with that is that service-based industries are never going to give you the amount of wealth that you can accumulate unless you turn it into an asset, unless you turn it into a business. So there's a lot of people that need freelance services because they consider it cheap labor, and they don't want to pay. They want to pay the least amount of cost for the highest produced quality. And so they're paying low amounts for high quality because Pakistan has very high quality to offer when it comes to
Here
graphics,
we
web
go.
services,
Here we
IT,
go.
other things.
Yes, true. Carry on.
You do very, very high quality. And so even the platform here, if anybody is watching, you can see the display. This is something that is normal. This is his norm. He took me through his studio and it was just beautiful. It was immaculate. And so the quality is amazing.
Thank you.
So why do we not want to pay quality prices? That's the question that you have to really think about. If you're out there and you're
Of
listening, you
course,
have to
yes.
think to
Of
yourself,
course, yes.
people want the quality we have to offer, but they want to pay low prices for it.
Yeah.
So the best way to position yourself, if you are going to offer services, because service-based industries take hard hits unless they put themselves up as conglomerates.
Right.
So what I'm thinking and what I decided to do with my Pakistani partners was that we are in business together. So we split everything 50-50. So I bring business to the table from America to them and split it with them 50-50 because I see the value in building business with them and not using them for just their services, but using them continually for business. So I bring them referrals, I bring them customers, I bring them business outside of my own need. So when you partner up with people on Fiverr or Upwork, ask them, hey, are there partnership opportunities or do you just need me for this one service?
That's great.
And be okay and be bold. And I want to pause right there because I'm so serious and ask, do you see us building a business together?
That's
What
great.
are your business needs beyond this service that I'm providing unto you?
That's great.
There's so much more behind what you all can offer. And as a business based economy and an asset based economy or a debt based economy, you'll see your money grow. And so that's one thing that I've noticed about Pakistan. The work is quality, but the payments that people are willing to pay is like pennies on the dollar. And that's not fair to your whole economy. And I think that if you speak up and you basically ask, what are other opportunities that we have? Then I believe that people will be more open to opening up those opportunities with Pakistan and other countries that are having trouble with service industry and not getting the money that they deserve.
Yes, exactly. One more, I'm going to add here something. You are a real
Mhm.
estate agent, real estate consultant. I'm also here a real. I was not. I am. I was a real estate agent and consultant here. So what I saw the
Okay.
difference is inflation rate is growing day by day in the Pakistan, and our currency is devaluing day by day. Right?
Right.
Yes.
As is the American dollar.
As the American dollar is increasing. Okay. So here we have a significant project worldwide. There is a
Okay.
worldwide project. The biggest
Okay.
exporter, China. China is the biggest exporter, and we are basically having a way from where Chinese transportation is going towards Gwadar seaport. Gwadar is the name of
Mhm.
city, okay, and that land would
Okay.
be expensive day by day because China is leaving Dubai port and join Pakistan Gwadar port. So there is a
Okay.
open option for all Americans do invest in Gwadar. I'm not a consultant. You can consult anyone. There are British consultants are there in Pakistan. there are American consultants are there in Pakistan at Gwadar, right? And the question is, the one more question is about education. Many of the students are willing to study in USA. And what do you think
Yes.
if Joe Biden is now the president of USA? First of all, congratulations to Joe Biden. He's a great leader. What do you think about Joe Biden, first of all?
I mean, honestly, I'm still researching, I'm still waiting, I'm still hoping. One thing I can say that I know is that he served Barack Obama in honor.
Yeah,
And he understands servitude. He understands the power of serving another. I also know for a fact that when he was 7 years old, he said he wanted to be the president of the United States of
yeah.
America. And 70 years later, his word has come to
Thank
pass.
you.
So I tell people, look at those actions. Just look at the fact that a 7-year-old little boy said he was going to be the president, and 70 years later, he's the president.
Yeah.
So that's what I do know. But as far as his policies and what he has to bring as president, I believe that that's still out. That's still up for him to determine and for him to show action towards that. He has 4 years to do it, and I'm willing to see what's going to happen. We don't have a choice now because he's elected, or he's at least president elect. So we have to see what he's going to do and just allow him his chance, like he asked
I
for
was
last
wonder
night.
when I saw that he is 77 years old, and this is the world
He
record that
is.
the 77 years old will become a president of any country and USA. Anyways, okay, so I was talking about students are willing to study in the USA. What do you think about the USA universities? Are they good?
Well, no, I don't believe that it's the universities that are good. I think that the students, the people that make them work are good. I believe that if youth want to come to America and study from Pakistan and they want have a plan, know what you want to do. We know for a fact that IT, consulting, artificial intelligence, Bitcoin mining, digital currency, things of that nature. Look at what's trending and definitely come over here and make a name for yourself, but definitely have a plan. Everything in your plan may not come to pass, but at minimum, you had one to go by and you didn't come over here frivolously just to say you got a degree in America. I believe that you should take on opportunities that America does have to offer, get every grant you can get every piece of finance that you can get, plug into every single social activity that you can be involved in, and definitely add to your education. The education is just one portion of it, but what you do with your education makes more sense. And if you notice, a lot of the higher end, prestigious universities, these people are building alliances. They're going in there networking very early on. They're coming out of there with businesses, corporations. They're coming out of those schools with networks. So come over here and network as much as possible. Don't be only about your education. Obviously, do well in your school and your studies. But if you are going to come over here, build out your networks. America now, right now, without a network and a following, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have a network and a following of people and energy behind you, you're not going to be able to capitalize and optimize the way that you could if you
You are
did.
truly a leader. Leader is always talking about the team building, and
That's right.
yeah.
I don't know anything else.
Yeah, of course, yes. Okay, anything you want to tell Pakistan? Any final suggestion you
Yeah.
want to give?
I, absolutely. So, in my studies, I did study, and if obviously I can be corrected if I'm wrong, but I noticed that the government there's a lot of investment opportunity in Pakistan.
Right.
Pakistan actually, over the next 10 years, is going to be one of the top 10 places for people to want to invest in. So, with those opportunities of investment beyond oil, obviously, right? Beyond technology, obviously, but with those opportunities coming into the country, a lot of investment stopped over the last 10 years because the government has a lot of say so and what's happening with the country. And I did study Qatar is the richest place in the world, right? The top per capita, per this, per that, lowest unemployment rate ever. And Qatar has promised to invest $3 billion into Pakistan over the next 3 or 4 years, and they've already sent in $500 million. So as a citizen of a country, I'd want to know, how is that money being utilized, and then how can I get involved in that particular opportunity? So wherever it is in your country that you're finding that there are opportunities coming in from outsiders, you need to know and be an insider in your country on where that money is being distributed. Wealth distribution is the worst, even in America. And it's the people with the money that don't distribute it properly, and that's why the countrymen or the citizens suffer, because someone has the money. So with that being stated, you need to find out who has control. I think you all have a minister of finance there, or a ministry of finance. I'm sorry if I'm saying it incorrectly, but I know you guys have a whole ministry for finance. So become acclimated to those plans and those projections, and know, hey, look, I heard we're getting money in this country. Where is that being distributed? Because the services are coming from, I noticed that America is the biggest. We're the ones who want to use you all services the most. But China is where you guys export from. So you're getting all your stuff from China, but then America's coming in and using you all for your services. So I feel like if you could find a way in your own country to do some research and find out where is the wealth being distributed, I know for a fact that it will start to brink on you on how you can benefit from that yourself and how you can be more involved. Other than that, go make a name for yourself and become a global site. You guys are a big hearted country. Your work is immaculate. You guys should have more pride than anybody. So I think that as you're thinking about what you can do and how you can add value, just stand on your pride that you have as countrymen, and just know where your wealth is being distributed within your own country, and find out where it's going within your country. And as you're looking outside of your country for wealth opportunities, find out what's going on inside of your own country first and foremost.
I'm so honorable to having you, Dr. Omai Kofi. You will solve many of the ambiguities among us. And thank you very much for your consideration. Thank you very much for your suggestions. And thank you very much for your precious time. We will, inshallah, we will continue this series of interview. So
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to have to interview you next because I love your passion. You always keep me laughing. You're an amazing person, and I really appreciate your opportunity, and you have a lot of zeal, and you are so professional, and I definitely want to have you on my platforms as well. So thank you so much.
Bundle of thanks. My pleasure.